Hello everyone, welcome to day one of our async IO journey. Today we are going to answer the fundamental questions. What exactly is async IO and why should you care about it? Let's start with a simple analogy that will make everything crystal clear. Imagine you are at a two different restaurant and one restaurant is kind of old school. There is a waiter and here is how it works. Yeah, customer orders a soup, the waiter takes the order, goes to the kitchen and then just stands there waiting, staring at the pot until the soup is ready. Only after serving that soup, the waiter can take the next customer order, right? And in the other side, now imagine a modern restaurant, the same waiter, but this time when they put the soup order in, they don't just stand there. They go take another order for a sandwich, put that into maybe, for another table, they are going to grab some drink. And when the soup is finally ready, they go serve it. The first restaurant is like synchronous programming. So it executes these steps in a sequence. The second one is a asynchronous programming. Instead of waiting around doing nothing, we keep ourselves busy with other orders. Okay. Let's see the Python code example. I have already prepared something for to demonstrate the difference between async IO and the synchronous and asynchronous programming. Okay, so here we have defined a Python function. It is a standard way of defining a Python function, and here we have given set of commands that runs in a sequence, right? And finally we are using a time function to capture the duration, like how long it takes, right? Let me execute this. So as expected, it took 6 seconds because so we have 3, 5, 6 sleep function inside 6 seconds of sleep inside the synchronous restaurant call. Okay, so it is waiting for each order to be completed and then be served, right? Uh, so here it has taken completely 6 seconds and all the action happened in a sequence. There was no parallel execution, right? So let me put it in comment again, and then now let's see the example of async IO. So if you want to run the function in asynchronous mode, then you need to import this Python built-in library. You can import async IO, and when you want to tell Python that it is a asynchronous function, then you need to add this keyword in at the front of at the beginning of the function, right? Async. Okay, this will inform Python that it is not a regular Python function. It is a asynchronous Python function, right? And if you want to call this asynchronous Python function, then you always need to use await functionality. Without await, you will not be able to. Without await, you will get an error. Okay, and so in this example, we have defined three different separate functions. One for making a soup, the other one is for making a sandwich, and one more for you know making a drink, right? And then we are defining all these functions, assigning you know uh, it to a variable. Okay, once this is done, and we are going to call asyncio.gather. This gather function will help execute multiple function concurrently, and it will wait for the results, right? So basically, when you say async or await, you're telling Python that these programs can wait and resume, right? So, and it can parallelly it can let the other successor programs to run. Yeah. And here, and one more thing here, instead of regular sleep we are using async IO sleep. So this would let the next function to execute instead of waiting on or stuck at a particular stage. It won't block the execution, right? Let me run this function now. As you can see, parallelly, soup, sandwich making, and getting drinks, all these three functions started. Okay, and once it is ready and it is served to the customer, all it took was 3 seconds. So earlier in the synchronous programming, when the commands were running in sequence, it took 6 seconds, whereas in asynchronous programming, everything got triggered parallelly and it took only 3 seconds. So main point to remember is, uh, the beautiful thing is we are not actually doing things simultaneously like multiple CPU cores. We are just being smart about waiting time, like that efficient waiter. Okay. So, when would you use this in real life? Async IO shines where whenever you are waiting for things, like web scraping. Instead of waiting for one website, fetch from 10 website at once, or API calls don't wait for one response, send multiple requests concurrently, or file operations while one file uploads start processing another, so etc. And yep, tomorrow we will deep dive into the kitchen manager, the event loop. Okay, you will learn exactly how Python coordinates all these concurrent tasks behind the scenes, right? uh, Thank you all.